Do you know how much the 40 feet, 1,347? It is over $500 million. Nyoma na ewo sa container nimu. And Napo, and BAWUMIA, and Napo, and the Kufuado, no. This is what they did. This is another story we need to also kill some jandam on. MPP4 has started jandambi. And the jandam, no, we are not going to allow the jandam to happen. Now, look at this. Makacho said MPP4 Omo Jimmy. It's a political party filled with their stupid, block-headed, tribal bigots who see their followers as chicken. Okay? Me didn't have a chill. Sad story way, ECG story. Hey, everything about the MPP is a lie. And you see what hurts? The Ayana say, Omo Mugu party, Momo Jimmy, Tomunim, someone paid for the Jimmy. They are never coming to power again. Me see, as far as I live, Onyankopon Allah, Amamenkwa, and has given me life, Amame, energy. You people will come to power after 46 years. So when you're ready, some be kind of crane kwasiafo, yeah, mamu space or Ghana biem. Now, over 1,300 ECG containers missing at Tema port. And the other told you say 1,300 ECG containers. Tele 40 feet, tele 1,300 ayira. Sankwasiafo no mu excavators 2,500. Party Ayska. Now, do you know what they are doing with this story? The MPP are quick to go to market. Omo executives ni nyina ashada tuogum. Oh, and this for 1,300 containers are ECG dia omo boa. Anytime I just said this platform, it's very important you stay here every day because there's nothing here yebeka yemfa njina swama. The NPP and the BAWUMIA and the Kufuado Sankwasiafo during their tenure in office. ECG problems on Mukobu Ninano, BAWUMIA Ekufuado and MPP for it was deliberate. Containers are a carry a ECG equipment are yedibabo Ghana Kanya won semobra. Ediama yankanya semejina na naso ama ECG a generating revenue achichire Ghana no. Nanado dan Ekufuado ne BAWUMIA ne MPP nyanwe 1,300 containers ni nyina yiraye under their tenure. Time Ekufuado teso ena ade we yiraye. Okay. Kevin Taylor can send me asam na kan no kure no ene de hwade. Now me read this story me wia na ma dwudwa bibi mu akireo. An investigative report on the Electricity Company of Ghana has revealed that more than 1,300 containers which were supposed to be cleared at the Tema port cannot be accounted for. The chairman of the committee that conducted the investigation, Professor Innocent Senyo Akwa, disclosed that while ECG claimed to have 2,491 uncleared containers which contained cables as well as other equipment belonging to ECG, an independent audit at the port found only 1,134, leaving 1,347 unaccounted for. Now, okay, story ni sa ko enima me bejuju machiro. Meanwhile, during this period, the company awarded contracts to 2 firms to clear the containers, with one being pre-financed by ECG. It was further disclosed that one of these companies lacked the necessary license to carry procurement breaches. To carry out the contract, raising concerns over procurement breaches. The committee also found that ECG procurement directorates had been merged with its housing and estate units. Additionally, background checks on the director of the procurement revealed that he had no prior experience in procurement and was not a member of any professional procurement body. Now, so what kind of story now? ECG for set up a committee say omo investigate a containers na now the danko Ekufuado mabreso na egu porter na omo say 2,491 containers a ECG dia. Now, sa committee na ye be investigation so munye adwuma no. Omo pensemu eye adwuma hwehwehwe nyoma no. Omo behu say ECG and BAWUMIA na Ekufuado. Sa containers are almost 2,491 no. Only 1,134 per na ECG clear. Now omo ye hwehwemu no omo behu say 1,347 containers no ayira every report war. Now investigations records no a committee ni ye no busa me ho say committee ben why na ti committee no committee na yes investigations we NDC aban energy minister John Abujinapo and a committee no we am the evidence be kire ogina ho. It John Abujinapo committee no committee ni investigations don't be who say about 1,347 containers 40 feet ni nyina ayira na nhwehwemu no be who say ECG and BAWUMIA ni ekufuado omuni companies be sign a contractor na companies in the krampo no need the necessary documentation and clearance and credibility to even be signing a contract with ECG. Omusa be who say companies ni bi kura no ECG say omuna omuma omu sika say omufanyi containers no nanso yekohwe mu no containers say 2,491 no emu 1,347 ayira. Now Shadie MPP4 they are on social media, all the executives, and this thing is being manipulated or organized by Afenyo Markin and Napo and NPP4 or party no a party. Now maybe show the evidence. Nipa obi a committee no abaya will be a committee na committee na year investigations are and yabe hu se ECG and Nanado Danko Ekufuado. ECG and Nanado Danko Ekufuado. ECG and Napo ne when set torchlight the crime they have committed. This ECG wants to make a under Napo na Napo na ye energy minister. Excavator kure dwane etuayira na container. Now me for evidence no and womb. Now this is the energy minister John Jinapo. This is when John Jinapo set up the committee to do the investigations. Sa committee na NDC 40 you know. And no na ende abemayebe who say 1,347 containers ayira. This is the evidence.
A 5-member investigative committee uncovered serious procurement lapses within the Electricity Company of Ghana, leading to the disappearance of over 1,300 containers meant for electricity infrastructure.
We took a list of containers that ECG has as containers they have at the port to be 2,491. That was the list they gave us, 2,491. However, when we visited the port and counted the ECG containers there, we got 1,134. 2,491 is the list we were given. We got 1,134. Leaving out about 1,328 containers that could not be accounted for.
The committee also found that ECG awarded contracts to 2 companies to clear the containers, one of which was pre-financed by ECG, yet lacked the necessary license to operate.
Over a period when they piled up to over 2,400, we saw that 2 clearing companies were engaged to clear those particular containers for ECG.
The Minister for Energy and Green Transition, John Abdullahi Jinapo, described the findings as alarming and promised swift action.
We also have to change the procurement processes at ECG. It can't be business as usual, and I can assure you that we intend to take some swift, far-reaching measures to ensure that the right thing is done.
The investigation, which began after the minister's visit to the port in January, estimates ECG's liabilities at 1.5 billion cedis. Authorities say those found culpable will face legal action.
Evidence in here. Sa committee no NDC Energy Minister John Abujinapo ne video share no na committee no koye investigations we no the report ne brand say ejuma a wode maaye say yenko check ECG containers port nyina no ye koye investigations no under Napo no 1,347 containers 40 feet ani nyina ira. Do you know how much the 40 feet 1,347? It is over $500 million. Nyoma na sa container nimu under Napo. So video now share no John Abujinapo NDC Energy Minister and the sa committee no sa instructions omukoye investigations and then the Omakwa investigations they are ba. Amia be who say under BAWUMIA, under Napo, and the Kufuadono. This is what they did. Now, my mentor idea be omoye. Omoje say, ye nu anoma santifo ni bi ejimi. Inti omo tete nkran. Omo party leaders no. And na omo ye Photoshop. No beto social media say, munko twantro enche Ghana for say NDC for we container. Inti wo hwe omo executives a wo hu ba ko nie. We ya hwan NPP Youth Wing. Omo platform. And there wo hu beto under Ken Pharaoh, ECG containers can fly away from Tema port. This is NPP. Omwejimi. A fake news party. Oko omo executives nana be muno boko platforms no because omo doing some followers na Jimmy. And they see them as stupid. The NPP as a political party no omo obia oka NPP will be also with Jimmy. And that is how they treat them. Because someone say, some years I deal with better social media. Omo call for no monum can TikTok na omo ntumi kenkan no kogu abruche Germany say nwan no. Omo tama omo kenkan. Anytime me catch say for NPP to make it back to power no, it will be over 46 years. Hwe nkwase ade omo ye. Intom je say we na omo de betwa tro amade ama Ghana for ka say hey NDC, but the evidence is clear. We have played a video of the minister giving people assignment to go and investigate NPP for. And today we know under Napo NPP 1,347 containers 40 feet Aira. So why should a political party, their own youth wing, official Facebook page, put this out and say under NDC container 2? It means nim say base no, nim say Tescon no, nim say followers no, ya moa. Anytime I say MPP followers are animals. Jimmy, they feed them with trash. They binning them mudi. Into whom say they can't think. We cannot use these kind of things to govern because here at Shro, it is never going to play a role in our politics again. At least as far as I know, and as far as I'm here with my team, with Inkoto, with Free Mind, with all the good people who are doing the right things. Ransford Kebuache, Prince Minka of Power, the very good people who are on radios and TVs doing the legitimate journalism job and bringing facts to support everything. No, the NPP will be in opposition for 60 years. They are never coming back to power. And they will never come to power because Jimmy. Sometimes they forget to say they need to please the whole Ghana. Now, what the NPP no say, because NPP for Jimmy no, they always think say Ghana for Jimmy. And that is what we saw in the 2024 elections. They considered some supporters in Jimmy. They also can say free SHS. They forgot to say en na call school no. No free SHS no. They forgot themselves and they will vote. Some person who run tertiary institutions without paying first year tuition. Some knew say the NPP government was lying to their parents. So 90% of free SHS in Korano, they voted against the piglet MPP. Every vote to be no. That is why you saw a 1.8 million gap. And it is going to extend to 2.2 in 2028. Because from what we are seeing, the NPP, a party full of piglets, are not ready to use truth to come back to power. They are still stuck in their primitive stupidity, thinking that we are doing a 1992 politics. Yenke bindi, yenkantro, yenda dankofo, nankofo drin say, oh, wini bibi, we die, politics as usual. Ye try santifon tra, amkwa kotwama ye muwa. This is MPP. Mamechro, on platforms, and see what they are doing. This is them. Mechro, how they see their followers. This is another MPP platform. Mamechro, you see them? NPP Youth Wing, NPP Projects. This is how they see their supporters. These are their official platforms. Me say who MPP ni we Jimia. Now who wa? Jai wa wono ne ku MPP ni na we Jimi no. Chichire ne bo dan mu menku no. Chichire ne bo wall mu, chichire ne bo dua mu. Me say MPP ni a wejimi a chechire no mantam no menku no mantam no atare dua ho na jai wo no because NPP ni a wejimi or to say wo no sa 30,000. This is their official platforms. This is their official platform. This is the kind of message they are sending to their base to come and lie to Ghanaians and say, John Mahama and NDC for this is their platform. But a few minutes ago, some bore I had the evidence into why should any intelligent young man, intelligent young woman, or to make follow such a stupid tribal piglet party? Why should we do this to ourselves? This is what they are doing. But and there millions of people watching me around the world, I have showed Ghana for the evidence. John Abu Jinapo setting up a committee to do investigations on Napo. And now we know the NPP, they have stolen 1,300 containers, ECG containers, worth over $500 million. $500 million. No wonder these fools led BAWUMIA to 38%. No wonder. They were never going to cross 38% because party ni bile no, but na de chichire party no Jimmy. We are in 2025 for crying out loud. Jandam is not going to work. Atro will not get you power. It is only truth, honesty, and a bit to me to me abesha winsem. Why should any rational human being? And it's like I'm catching Ghana for say when somebody comes on your page to argue with you, no MPP near, don't do anything. Leave that person. Don't get in a group and argue with an MPP follower. Or to say Oganti. Ya we nam ni nyina de no to gem de gem omagimi. MPP, pure MPP supporters, to say Oganti. Ya we nam papa no, ya trans ne ya we nam no, ne de Oganti na to gem. Ya why say feduane chimini kakra. Omagimi, you can't do anything to them. Jimmy ne dosun. This is the Jandam. They think they can use this to win power. How? The people who stole these containers, we need to go after them. So, Energy Minister, John Jinapo, I'm not going to make this slide. These are foolish people, NPP for me, Jimmy. Sometimes people think we are too harsh. Ghana for Ghana. And Kwasiafo we din trobe say Ghana. Oh, the Oya Santimemu. Oh, the MPP, Eddie Atro Aya Santimemu. Oma say Santimine. Otumfuo na eni adin kakra. And or de ayedie sikadwani nemu kakra or de ayedie afasha de nemu omogu asanteman poto omogu no me see me amina na Otumfuo said to nana chanchan hini ni Kevin Taylor maba me amina na Otumfuo no de ni adin kakra nemu omogu kuro no MPP egu asanteman no bram Ayska gatem Otumfuo na eni adin. This is the party some idiots are saying yeah test convoy de chire hwe na mo say 1992 I can't some go for sure. I take 5 days and send do. That be you. You people have to reset your minds. You people have to join the real world. You people have to understand the era we are in. In a second, we can get every information we need. Inti Jandam is dead. Now, let me play another evidence to prove to you. Said the NDC government, the energy minister, on a setting up committee, Emma committee no this argument. This is the energy minister. Mumi yanko tie di biem. Na yemfa ndwudwa nsem nim. Kwasiafo.
2,491 containers. ECG itself presents as containers held at the ports. 1,328 cannot be accounted for. That is very serious and that's very alarming. And I assure you, we would conduct a detailed investigation into this matter. And somebody or some people will be held liable for this. 1,328 containers cannot just vanish into thin air. Somebody must be held liable for this. And I assure you that we would hold people liable for this. And whatever it takes, we'll work with the Attorney General, we'll work with the police, and ensure that whichever group, whatever people are responsible for this, are brought to book. And that we retrieve either the containers or the monetary equivalent of these containers. And that I assure you that this ministry would pursue this to its logical conclusion. We've also decided that we would move the rest of the containers into a secured warehouse. And let me thank the National Security Coordinator in his office for assisting us so far. They've taken delivery of some of these containers. I've written to National Security to provide us with 24-hour security We have a detailed catalog or inventory of all these containers, their serial numbers, and everything, and put it in a system where the minister, ECG, national security, and if the presidency is interested, everybody will monitor these containers. We'd also have to change the procurement processes at ECG. It can't be business as usual, and I can assure you that we intend to take some swift, far-reaching measures to ensure that the right thing is done. We are not targeting anybody. We have no particular person in sight, but whoever superintendent over this, especially the former managing directors, they'll be held liable, and they have to answer for their stewardship, and that is the essence of public office. Today, as I speak to you, Tallow has shut down their pipeline because of accumulated legacy debt. And I've had to go and see the Minister of Finance to use the taxpayers' money to find a solution to this challenge. If we do not resolve that immediately, it means that we cannot deliver power. And so ECG is critical. If we don't get ECG fixed, we'll continue to have serious challenges which will impact power delivery and even the delivery of petroleum products.
Oh, my God. I said, friend, Krobia Santi, with Jimmy BAWUMIA aid, no. Also on social Facebook. We nine. Kwasia we ni oba net demo. Na oba ti Jimmy we hunene dan paso. Kwasia we ni oba net. BAWUMIA aid ni. Also on so say friend no Krobia Santi o said ye de bia tare ho. Omo Jimmy. Ono so abehye part no I say nine. Omo say nine. Na kwasia we oba tene ho odem. Na oba say yentena semfa adwene. Kwasi ampenyi we BAWUMIA personal aid Jimmy Fowe ni hu fi bi hu na asie tumi gatem. They have no message again for Ghanaians, and these are people are omumbo bra wa bra bomo politics na momo be nipa first not to say toilet mumwa, and that is what they think they can thrive on to be relevant in Ghana. Wait, Uncle Vietnam and Budikom, because Vietnam and North Korea, they don't entertain fake news. Unless people who are paying people in Vietnam to watch them. Sakrobia we, me say North Korea and kia hanginu a real kete charity. But this is Ghana. This is the vice president's personal aid. Ni aid we no di BAWUMIA, the former vice president. I'm sorry, BAWUMIA can never be the former failed liar who is the former vice president. BAWUMIA, this is a stupid aid. And these fools, they walk around the nation. We allow these animals, these twerps, na yes so muso, na omu Jimmy, because these fools think they can use lies and bring MPP back to power. Machremu evidence in ha. Now you know what John Jenapo has done. The investigations at NDC here, abewu say, MPP in Kwasiafoe, napona BAWUMIA Kwasiampe ni vice no. This is what he did. 1,347 containers, 40 feet, almost over $500 million. Omatomedi. Kwasia we anya MPP anko onye sika entua oba dross. Kwasia we Krobia Santi. Enya krono na NPP fo aboma na nya bidia. Anko ntumi nyi sika ma oba so nkoto dross kwasia we. Ni atete Ghana na nipa fin we mu. We o said yom tishu dan mu kwasia fo we de nam Ghana. Aden a ye njai ne mo mbra power. Anke ma toilet mum wan abedi yeso. And this is what they do. Sa no mo feed party the base no. That is how they feed them. Now shadia wa ha. Jandam ne there, it is dead. As far as I live. Unma de kodi enti MPP for mpem MPP for omunim se meka no krepa. Ya na eyo mo ya say meka no kre kire na me di o matem ene ne haw mo. Na attend ye no krampo no. Omunim say attend na me di o mo no. It is true, it is factual, it is important. The MPP from Pemasem say there is never a day I go to MPP ni ti baby aka Kevin Taylor Chantro omuntumi bi o ma no kasa asem no. Never. MPP ni bia ni wiase. Obetuma be gina baby. Akofa document be say this is a counter document. I make sure say Kevin Taylor chantro MPP abuwe bi antumi nyebi. The only thing they can say they say odidi atem na ateni ye oje se yeboma nipa yeboma mwa. Insult was created for men who don't want to think and want to act like animals. And na ye use you almost. It is almost a midi watema. You are not acting rational as a human being. You are acting like an animal. Unless you are acting like an animal. And then midi watem sa boa. And the NPP as a political party, I control the party. I will decide their fate in the next 60 years. Because minimum man will draw and okre. And minimum party may be a tifri and a atro and they can never get out of atro. That is why I have jailed the NPP for life. Until they repent in the next 40 years, 60 years, for us to see glimpses of nokre kakra omoho. These are a bunch of idiots. And Nitina, you will never go on social media, obi an juma, holding a document to contest me, to say, me what documents to prove Kevin wrong. Oh, the stray dogs, there's no human being. Or better I say, Otumfuo. No, I am talking about MPP4. Nobody in Ghana. Until they cannot attack my job, they cannot attack the message. The Ombayana say, Kevin Taylor one time, me who fetch MPP for 99%. Kevin Taylor did that mo ye 19 na medium atem mo Jimmy. I want you people to contest me. I control the party's heart. Party na kuma na wo minsem. And I will squeeze it and kill it. Me miya makuma no na mateno. Masha Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade da. Go and watch it. Or Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull. Me kama kuma na mate. Na me miya na say. And no pen na mukomu no. Because how can one gentleman, how can one man, how can one young man, how can he kick us out of power? No krekeke mandi droda. Menko abosom so da no kre momu ya beifo mom pe no kre. Enti what I am going to do, me de men say wura makumem, me kuta makumem, meti ni kakra. I will let the pain hurt. Meti ni peace meti makuma. Me miya mamoja na sone. Mi wi na mare. Kwasiafo, you people will never have life. You will not have life, political life again. Jimmy for you sit in Ghana, mojo so be Jimmy. 1992 na munya mu didi mu Adu-Boahene ntro. 1998 na munya mu didi mu. That time they tried there. Na Kweku Baako kwa champagne ni se torchlight abetna radio so we chantro. Nobody's fact checking Kweku Baako. Kweku Baako is not dead. Why is he not bringing documents? Yaba. Kweku Baako is not dead. Why is he not bringing documents? Because yaba. Every document Kweku Baako betwe pie no, make sure they so oboa with real document, ultimate document. Toilet papers na kademu, mu Kweku Baako no akademu. Because we are here. I control. Nyankopon wo ho a, wa ma me nyansa, wa ma me courage. I will control. And party na koma. Samoti onufu kebi, snake and sons. Me so makumem na mateno. As far as I live on this planet, and people will never exist. Mon kano kure. Mon che Ghana for se munyansa. Mon bre mu ho ase. Na to attack me mo attack me no na me charge more. And I won't study yet. The more you people attack me, the more I become more relevant. The more I start to charge more. The more I become deadlier. And you see, I am going to be deadlier. I am going to enter the heart of the party. Metima kumano. Kwasiafo, when you say debi na menya didi mo. Bring the facts. We are waiting for you people. Siafo, we are not going anywhere.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No answer my. I watch it. You will for Belgium fan. It was better Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you here? Why round what? Why you here? Why round what? Why you here? Why round what? Why you here? Super why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was better Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was the Belgium fan. Why you here? Why round what?
again, you're still watching Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. We are fake news. Jandam, MPP4, BAWUMIA office. Ghana Today, Andrew Mekachiremo, a fake news platform. Nobody should take any news from Ghana Today. Samia Wuku Kujo Ponkruma, MPP4, BAWUMIA office, and we create Ghana Today. We Adebia Dahobia MPP lies. This is fake news. Chiefs who wear gold ornaments without authorization from Sami Jemfi can be jailed for not less than 5 years. Actually, wait, Jimmy. MPP for Jimmy. Oh, me say Ghana Today now me abano. Every day, John baby you be killing jandam. These are animals. Yes, sorry now you can be actually more amonti you. NPP as a political party, many message. Wey a jandam, a tro. Eye kojo ponkruma Samia Wuku de chire BAWUMIA office and the fake news weba. They want to malign Sami Jemfi, they want to malign John Mahama. They are just there. They don't have a message. How many message Magana for adikudienti ayen to abama mu biem. Enti jesiano oh sorry no mo twatro. This is fake news. This is fake news. Mema obia njindi every day they post, I'll come here and let Ghanaians know it is fake news. Tro MPP4 Sami Jemfi can some way obia ni wa waka some way gold board of one can some way we don't take them serious. We will kill Jandam, we will protect Ghana. Say MPP4 no kura omunko famra. Any news you hear from Ghana Today tro BAWUMIA Ghana Today any Ghana Web difference in Sanko from Ghana Today no man Ghana Web at the same desk. And I'm creative fake one way, and I'm the fake news igum. At the same desk. Ghana Web BAWUMIA dia, Ghana Today BAWUMIA dia, at the same MPP, fake news. Don't take them serious. Ochina, yababa abejujum dia kari nyina ebecheche machire Ghana for. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's been a pleasure having you tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. We will discuss Ghana. Be good. We are all messengers who are ready and willing to speak or say truth to power. Or some say, we want Ghana to be better. We want to make sure a crew way you're protecting them. Send over 15 years, or 20 years, or 18 years, or 20 years, or 22 years, a enemy any bit much Ghana. We have to protect this nation. The only way we can protect this nation and not to run away from Ghana and become slaves in other people's country is to protect good governance. It is to protect a government that is showing that it respects you and it wants to build your future. It is to, at the end of the day, understand and protect a government that is willing to create opportunity for you. It is very important to understand, say, a government that has come to show you respect, to protect you from any danger. A government that has assured you and it is delivering. A government that is giving you hope. A government that is paying fees for young people their first year in the university. A government that is willing to create Women's Bank. A government that has built or created the gold board to protect our gold from being exploited. A government that is ready to build farmer service center across the nation, to build agro-processing for Ghanaians to get work. A government that is willing and ready to implement 24-hour economy whereby all private companies, entrepreneurs, individuals can expand their working hours and employ more people. A government that is ready to infuse money into our infrastructure development. A government that is ready to take care of senior high school kids to make sure they have better accommodation, better materials, and also protect their education. A government that is willing to pay basic education, school feeding, moving it from 1 city 50 pesos to 2 cities in its first 2 months. A government that is showing respect and protecting and fighting corruption. A government that is ready to serve you. And that government is this John Mahama NDC government. It is up to you and myself to make sure we protect this government, guide it. If we have to constructively criticize this, do that, keep them in power for a long time, and make sure that the 42-year agenda is achieved. If we are able to keep the NDC, that is a social democratic party, in governance for 42 years, Ghana will be like the United States of America. It's up to you and myself to fight Jandam, to speak truth, to protect the John Mahama NDC government, to make sure they lead, create opportunities, It is up to us to protect our democracy. A few years ago, we had an MPP government that shot Ghanaians because of power. A few years ago, we had a vice president who lied through his teeth. A few years ago, we had a president who was crazy, like Otumfuo. A few years ago, we have a group of criminals who destroyed our water bodies in the name of Galamsey. A few years ago, we have corrupt government officials spending our monies, stealing from us. A few years ago, this country was handed over to a small tribe. These people are still on the sidelines. They are warming up. They want us to make another mistake and hand over this country to them. We should be focused. We should guide this government. We should have the 42-year agenda in our heads. We should be resolute. We should protect the NDC government and John Mahama's government. We should all come together as a people and build this nation. It is not going to be easy, but if we are resolute, we concentrate, we focus, we as a nation, in the next 42 years with the NDC, we will realize our dream. And this is how it has started. Join me, be part of this. Let us use truth. Let us try our best to protect the young ones coming up with truth. It is only truth that will give us leaders who respect, leaders who want to work, leaders who are ready to serve us. It is only truth that will protect our democracy. You as a Ghanaian watching me, my job and your job is to use the truth to protect our democracy and to build Ghana. The NDC are showing it. We have to support them. We have to be by them. We have to neglect people with bad intentions. A political party that is built out of tribalism like the NPP should not be given any space in our political sector. We have to make sure the NPP is nullified. You as a Ghanaian, myself as a Ghanaian, we should come together as one people, protect the NDC, guide the NDC, build Ghana, and turn Ghana to the Ghana we want. Be good. God bless you. God bless me. We will meet. We will make sure the right things are done. We will protect a good government. That is the John Mahama government. Protect a good party. That is the NDC party. We are all messengers who are ready and willing to speak truth to power. Cheers. Good night.